morning, afternoon, and evening to the Tooth and Tail players. We are back here with the Magnificent 21, hosted by Gent. And we have a couple sets of replays here. We have, starting off, we're going to have Roman versus Niccolaccio. And then we're going to have Enamel versus Sir Isaac. Hello Wildkin, hello Premium Bow. There was no stream delay this time, which is absolutely wonderful. I like chatting with you guys directly to at least some extent, even if there is a 15-second lag of sorts. Anyways, let's go ahead and toss this over to this. There we go. That's looking good. And as of now, we're going to get on it, because we have an hour before the, an hour before the Pocket Cup for North America starts. So, we are going to get straight into it with Roman versus Niccolaccio. As we can tell, on the right here, we have Niccolaccio. And then on the left, we have Roman, who is now going by Infinite Ammo. Well, I actually got the colors right. I completely guessed on the colors for those. I think it's working anyways. Is it working? Is this stupid thing working? Yeah, it is. Or it should be. Anyways, we got some mold rush going on here. Let's see if this gets away. No, it does not. And Lizard Warren is up. This could be mildly interesting depending on how it goes. Got one lizard. See if we can get a second one. It's gonna be too late. Why is the overnight not working? Oh, that should be visible. Oh, I know why. Aha! Yes. And we got a couple of lizards here. And a scoreboard up. Map-wise... Okay. He's just going to take this expansion immediately, Roman. But map-wise... I think I like Roman's side a little bit better. It's got more easily accessible mills, and this high ground mill, which if used properly, they can punish the lower ground here. Let's see here. Unit-wise, we have Niccolaccio using squirrel, lizard, what's it called? Toad, snake, owl, and yes, courtesy of Dizon, right? I think it's Dizon. Not entirely certain as to how to pronounce it. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. And on Roman's side, we have Squirrel, Toad, Mole, Falcon, Wolf, and Mines. Now, Sneaky Mine up here at this high ground. Probably not going to be of much use in terms of damage, but it is good for scouting purposes. And he can see whenever, at least a little bit of whenever his opponent is trying to come in here. One mil. There, and you got Niccolaccio already double farming here, and it seems like Roman's gonna try and go in for the push. You're gonna get the way for this corner form up. He's got a toad. He's got two toads coming in. He's gonna have to. There we go. He's gonna try and move a little bit, and the toad's destroying this lizard army with ease. And now these squirrels are going to pick off at least a couple of pigs. Lizards. Ooh. That does just explode just barely in time. We got a commander death right there. Yeah, we had a commander death. So, lost a couple more units from the looks of it, but I think overall, Roman here came out on top. I think. Not entirely certain as to how many units he lost. I just know that he dropped 2 farms. number of lizards were destroyed in the making. And Niccolaccio now having a bit more of a squizzard combo, and he starts setting up the wire. Thinking he's gonna try and get Owl up here soon, or he's just trying to put a defensive, no, don't come in here wall. Which, I mean, enemies still have access to this high ground mill. Infinite, Roman just continuing this greed here. Trying to get a nice little scout here. Looks like he's gonna get it. Not that Niccolaccio really has anything at this current moment. He is, in my opinion, kind of putting that wire a little bit close, limiting his space. But I'm not going to judge too harshly. Both armies going heavily into tier 1, mind you, throughout this process. Niccolaccio going in for this deep scout, as both armies just try and farm and build up, and then bases start going hollow. Roman here definitely having a major economic advantage, having more farms up for longer. Looks like Niccolaccio, though, he's going to try and build in a couple of snakes. I think that's going to work too terribly well, considering the massive amount of tier 1 that his opponent has. And it looks like he's going to maybe try for an early push here, while his opponent's commander was down, but he thought twice of it and has decided to fall back. He's just going to keep on building up tier 1s. Roman here going to go for this third expansion. Niccolaccio going in for a deep scout, seeing that this one isn't taken, but he's taking this one. Not that he can really do much anything about it. This is a very safe expansion. See here, Niccolaccio mass rallying his army, and replacing the snake with an owl and another snake. Very interesting choice, to say the least. I'd like to see him build maybe a couple of toads on his own, so he can burst through the moles. And speaking of toads, that is 15 toads in this horde, so to speak. That's a lot of toad. I get that you want to get rid of lizards, but come on. Ooh, Niccolaccio, he looks like he's wanting to go in for a push here. Oh, that mine finally goes off. All those toads just wreaking havoc. Completely destroying Niccolaccio's army. Ooh, the snake coming out. Start poisoning the moles. Definitely good to get rid of that unit grid. And more things just explode violently. Farm goes down. I think this is going to be GG's. Ooh, and Roman pulls back. Sells a couple of warrants, trying to get his other units up as quickly as possible. He knows that his army is going to have a little bit weaker now. He has a pretty good situation on those. Which, while isn't the worst thing, ooh, the snake goes down. It's not the worst thing, but definitely having a more versatile army top. It isn't bad, but it's like, having that many toads for your army, it's actually working out fairly well. What am I saying? With that, Niccolaccio surrenders, giving Roman 1 point. Boop. And there. And that was a good game right there. Now we are going to go ahead and move on with game 2 of Roman versus Niccolaccio. Meant to briefly hide the overlay, but oh well. Anyways, we have at the very top of the map Roman, still rocking Bellified, and at the bottom Niccolaccio, still rocking Hopper. And this map is weird. I feel like it's weird anyways. Got this massive lake and the cabin in the center here, preventing really any lizard rushes through the middle. I have to take this long way around to this other side here and not get any reinforcements, or go all the way around here, which is a good deal of water, and yeah. Might be able to come up through the northern end fairly easily, but like I said, any reinforcements are going to get stopped by this cabin. Some standard 8 farms, no shenanigans involved. Very healthy. Niccolaccio rocking mostly the same comp. He replaced his barbed wire with the turret, and his toads with cams, which is an interesting choice considering he saw his opponent's rather liberal use of toads. At least, yeah, in my opinion. Boomer 549 kind of quiet. Yeah, I noticed in a previous replay of another video that I made that my voice was rather overpowering compared to the rest of it. I just saw that. I could change it after this match. Niccolaccio going ahead with this expansion here. Looks like... Ooh. Not exactly the greatest choice. This cabin going to kill Hopper fairly easily. Infinite Ammo, or Roman, was trying to see about placing some moles here to punish his expansion, but realized very quickly that that would be a terrible idea. Both players just farming up. Niccolaccio floating a little bit of food. I guess to just kind of gauge how his opponent's doing and reacting accordingly. He's gonna go back. Go to the... I'd say wrong base, but I've done the same mistake there. That's always fair and reasonable. Opponent's just going very greedy. Not really much you can do about it. Niccolaccio starting to pull out a couple of cams though, and some lizards to go along with it. Let's see here. I'm going to try and adjust my microphone sensitivity just a little bit upwards. Is this much better? I hope so. Anyways, Roman going in for the deep scout, sees his opponent's built up a tier 2. So yeah, see how he responds here. He's going to eco a little bit and respond with some tier 2 of his own. Sensible. His opponent goes in for deep scout, sees that his opponent now is building tier 2. As of right now, Niccolaccio... Oh, he built the tier 2 into double owl, couple lizards. Can we see triple owl? I want to see triple owl. Now, just a bunch of lizards. He wants all of the lizards and a little bit of squirrel to go along with it. He is going to supply block himself with that. Opponent going in for the deep scout. Ooh. Did his opponent see anything? Oh yeah. Looks like he caught a... That's an interesting little visual thing right there. Looks like he caught a glimpse of the tier 3. But... he caught a glimpse of the tier 3, but it didn't catch that fact that the tier 2 was unbuilt. So that makes for an interesting visual play. His opponent building up massive Falcon Ball here, though. That is definitely going to prove very deadly. Did he just unbuild and then rebuild a Falcon? I think he just unbuilt and rebuilt a Falcon. Now we got a turret here. We have a bunch of warrens coming up. Both the owl warrens are building slowly but surely. Got about, what, 20 some odd seconds? Roman needs cams or he's going to lose hard. Yeah, I agree. I mean, not even camps, just something to... I guess mass tier 1 can somewhat effectively deal with the owls. He is going to have to worry about all those toads, though. I think this Falcon Ball is definitely going to be hurtful in the long run. Ooh, and there's the 2 owls. Niccolaccio, it looks like he's going to want to move forward. Looks like he's trying to decide whether or not to do it just yet. You can go ahead and expand. I just realized that's Roman that's up here. This Falcon Fall is definitely going to be very interesting as he tries to build up for 20 Falcons. Should go ahead and flex on everyone by just having a massive, more Falcons than you have tier 1. And you have 3 types of tier 1 in your deck. Yeah, I'll just hover there ominously. Falcons will only lose hard to tier 1. Yeah. I think the plan that Roman has here is he's going to use the toads to burst through to tier 1. And just take them all out that way. And here comes the mice. And here comes literally everything else. And the Falcons falling very quickly. The apples here. Oh, one goes down. The second one's down. But there are just so many units on the board. All of these tier 1s and 2s, especially these snakes. Reinforcements coming through the water here. He is taking out the ones one at a time. With Roman's army very heavily invested here into tier 2, he is really unable to just punish this as Niccollaccio's army just kind of steamrolls through everything that he has. He's trying desperately to sell everything off. Get these warrens up, but these warrens are not going to come up in time. He's just got too many snakes, too many tier 1s. And that is a point for Niccolaccio. Very beautiful game. Now we go ahead, move on to game 3. We have in the top Niccolaccio, and in the bottom right-ish Roman here. And it looks like I have a little bit of cheeky strategies coming up. Let's see here. I think unit-wise, both are going with similar, almost the same decks. Roman switching out the cams for mines. And take a look around again. Looks like he's wanting to try and build up a mole warren, trying to see if he can do any cheeky mole shenanigans. And a turret immediately comes up in response. And, yeah. Turret even stops him from burrowing back. As Niccolaccio just continues up his farming. And Roman goes ahead and fills out his farms. He's gonna put a scoreboard up here on the high ground. And I guess off to the side here. Really, in order to get to it, I guess you do have to go through these cabins. Speaking of map-wise, I feel like on one hand, I like that Niccollaccio's is more open, which means more space for units to fight around in, which I think is definitely good for him. He's going to build this turret here, which is an interesting choice if you ask me. Looks like, yeah, going straight already into Falcons. See here, map-wise though, like I was saying, I do like that Niccolaccio has more open space to work with. At the same time, I like that the biggest way to get into Roman's base is basically through like 3 key choke points. You got one right here, you got the one over here, and then you got the one down south here. Those are the only ways he can get to at least his main base. And if he wants to expand this way, then there's a choke point here that he can take cover in. Expanding this way will give him more open ground. that being said, he really does not have a lot of, like, great territory to try and hide or build things. See here. Looks like, ooh, very interesting. Going in a series of moles. Gonna put his opponent. And let's see here. Ooh boy. He is now a little bit of a panic as he goes ahead and slaps down a wolf. Slaps down a couple of sets of toads. 3 sets of toads to be exact. Niccolaccio going to continue this expansion effectively uncontested. Going to sell one of his tier 1s for an owl, and then use the rest of the food that got left over from it to rebuild them. His opponent now knows that his expansion is up. I don't think he knows about the owl though. He does not know about the owl, I think much in the same way that Niccolaccio does not know about the wolf. We have a game on our hands. Let's see here. And then wolf finishes up, gets the food, starts building. 50 seconds. Niccolaccio, his owl should be finished here right about now. Needs to sell off a little bit more. There he goes. Owl is now underway for construction. Roman here going in with a lot of tier 1, whereas Niccolaccio has a little bit of tier 2, some tier 1, and both of them have tier 3s on the way. Now I'm kind of thinking as a wolf buff the moles, have them sent straight into the turrets. Their speed will allow them to easily at least get up to them and start whacking away. Turrets only have so much health, especially against the powerful. Ooh, here we go. Roman getting ready for a push here now that his wolf is up. The owl, however, is up and ready to go. Looks like Niccolaccio definitely knows that his opponent's up to something. He's going to try and get back to his base. His opponent is moving in, going straight for the middle almost. Now the owl comes in. The turret just barely chipping away. Oh, wolf down, owl down. And it looks like Niccolaccio's army takes the victory with ease. He's just going to fall back, try and keep defense of his mill. Roman here running out of options though. He has only so much food. Niccolaccio having sold his tier 3, trying to get his units back up. Now the units start whacked away, they start shooting, they take down one of the Warrens, 2 of a number of his army. Warren's still going down. Looks like he's going to get another one. Ooh! And the camp survives. And Squirrel goes down as Niccolaccio pulls his army back. Definitely a moderate victory there. And he's going to go for it again. His opponent's army is not there to fire and defend. And these Warrens, easily going down. Roman taps out. And now on game form. English is a difficult language. On to game 4 with Roman versus Niccolaccio. Yeah, starting here on the far right, Niccolaccio. Starting on the far left, Roman. This is very, very long rush distance. I say very long. It's not. It's long. It's just long. It's just a long rush distance. Got this cabin in the middle here as well, which doesn't seem like it'll be too much of a hamper. But if he does, I guess he really doesn't want to come in from the north side. I'm looking at the map. Because the north side is actually completely blocked off. Really the best thing that this cabin does is just block off this mill from Roman. See here map-wise. Ooh, Roman going in with double lizards. And speaking of, near complete deck change from Roman here. We have lizards, we have ferret, falcon, wolf, balloon, and artillery cannon. Now these lizards are going to start coming in. Niccolaccio does not have a response. These lizards definitely going to get at least one of the corner picks here. I think they're going to get this building one. Ooh, 19 food. That is a 40 food gain for infinite ammo. Almost, anyways, if he didn't lose those lizards. Ooh, is it gonna... Nope. This last pig's gonna get it, though. Oh! But his commander dies, leaving these next couple of lizards for easy pickings. Overall, a minor win for Roman. He managed to get almost 2 pigs. That being said, he did lose a fair bit of army in that process. Looks like he's going to try again, though. Ooh, never mind. He saw that. I think he saw that turret, and he's just going to back off from that. And he's going to opt for more lizards. Definitely going for this aggressive playstyle here. Who rallies units over to this mill, claim it as his own. Niccolacio's army. Looks like he's just going to go over to the mill right next to him. Sell that turret in the process. Move it up. And then buy the mill. Very good stuff. See here, Roman here in the meantime, going for basically a lizard ball. If Niccolaccio starts building cams at some point, his opponent may not fare so well. That being said, he's got a very good composition coming up right now. Gonna go ahead, build up a couple of farms, knowing that his opponent can't really easily get into this. I guess he can try and go for this long way around here, but I think his lizards will take a couple of shots from the cabin should they get too close. And if he gets too close to this, then the MG will start shooting at him since it's on high ground and it has vision. Now it looks like, ooh, he's going to try and defend this artillery. And here come the lizards. Lizards, in my experience, always wipe out pure squirrel. But that being said, Niccolaccio doing a really good job microing his units back into the turret. Which I think is costing his opponent a little bit, but at the same time it's costing him a fair number of units himself. That being said, it looks like he might pull it out. No. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. His opponent desperately trying to deplete units to defend this artillery cannon. I think it's going to come up, though, just in time. Start shredding into Niccollaccio's army. He quickly runs back to sell the turret off before it's too late. His opponent is just going to start poking away at his opponent's mill, who is just out of range for the mill, but is in range for those pigs there in the front, if any should pop up there. And Roman just desperately keeping his opponent on his toes. And I think, ooh, looked like Niccolaccio wanted to fall back there for a second. This corner pig just got obliterated, by the way. And moving in again. Niccolaccio having a fair bit of his own lizards, but I would like to see a few more, because a few more lizards, and I think, ooh, but he's gonna go for the owl. Definitely a bit of a risky play, in my opinion, is this aggressive composition. He's going to have to hold off this opponent's just non-stop shelling and lizard rushing. Eventually, ferrets, here in about 30 seconds or so. And he's going to build this turret down south here, allow him to keep his army focused on that little task. Fall back, check on his opponent's farms, who are now running a bit dry. Niccolaccio definitely having a bit of a stronger eco lead. He's going to build some snakes, double up the snakes, and then this owl is going to complete. He is going to have a supply block for a little bit. Definitely needs to sell one of the snakes. Oh, ferret's starting to poke away at his opponent's army now. And it looks like he ends up just letting his owl get supply block for long enough. He's gonna have to start playing this little dance with his opponent. Trying to keep this artillery at bay. Trying to keep him from destroying his mill. And he's going to start engaging, but all of this artillery power is just going to shell his opponent out of the way. That's going to be an easy claim of this mill. And I think that's going to be very much a GG. Niccolaccio taking it out. Taken out, actually. I have to be careful of lizards. And that is... Huh. Did I calculate that right? Yeah, I did, didn't I? That's 3-1 for Roman. He keeps his food up. Spectacular defensive and aggression. I just... As 3-1, Roman's favor. He does not lose any of his weight. And wait a minute, did I calculate that wrong? 2-2? Oh, right. I apologize. I did not realize that I had calculated it wrong. Ha 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 ha! Which one did I miscalculate then? I don't know. Either way, there's a game 5. And I am a fool. Anyways, in the far right, we have Niccolaccio, and in the left, we have Roman. And so far, see here math-wise, Niccolaccio has access to a 4th mill. But otherwise, it is fairly balanced. Both players have high mill advantages for the most part. This one being on double high ground, this one just being on 1, and kind of tucked away in this corner here. Definitely a somewhat safe-ish expansion. Might be a little bit tricky to defend, but otherwise it's still his. Let's see here, this one up here, again, same thing, has kind of a choke point, but it's much easier to defend. Roman going in for the Lizard Rush again. This time though, his opponent responds with an MG coming up. Got it. Ooh boy, is this pig gonna make it? Ooh, the pig does not make it. And he's going to try again on this other pig here. Ooh, one goes and wow, that's 2 pigs gone. And he's going to take out this turret, 38 return. And he's just going to keep up this offensive pressure. Lizard's coming in 2 by 2. That is another one down. This is basically GG's, ain't it? Like, the amount of farms that he has lost is almost excessive. But wait, turret's up now. That's going to, yep, get claimed by the turret. Gonna try and rush in with these 2 pigs to Niccolaccio's name. I think his opponent's finally going to go ahead, leave his opponent be, knowing that he has major advantage. Go ahead and recall his units, get him back in friendly territory. Like I said, he's going to try for a 3 lizard ordeal. He's going to see that his opponent has squirrels though. I think he's just gonna fall back. Recall his lizards. I am amazed that Niccolaccio has survived. Definitely very good response. And check out his opponent, see that he is farmed up massively. Really no decent way to punish it, since lizards once again beat squirrels in at least an offensive situation, both armies running at each other. I'd like to see him place his squirrels up here, up on the high ground. That way they could prevent something like this from happening. His opponent hides himself up in this high ground, and Niccolaccio having absolutely no idea what's happening. He's going to go back to his opponent's base. He's definitely going to see, and his opponent's going to go ahead and take that campfire, or at least remove it. And this mill has just finished up. His opponent's going to scout it. Too little, too late. He's definitely going to try and contest it, though. The warren tanking, and basically having now an offensive advantage, is going to cleverly avoid that. My dog is going to whimper for no reason, because he is a dummy, but an adorable dummy, and I love him and I'll cherish him forever. Niccolaccio desperately trying to hold off against these aggressive lizards. He's going to focus down this turret. Ooh, the turret. Ooh, turret does some damage, but it's not going to be enough. Niccolaccio desperately trying to just fend off this aggression. And here comes more lizards. I think this is going to be killing blow right here. He just has to get these warrens. And yeah, that's it. At least it should be. Question is though, does Roman try to win harder and it bite him in the ass? Answer, probably not. This is an RTS, not something like World of Warships. And I think faster. Yeah, Niccolaccio just gives up right there. All that lizard power definitely being a major advantage for him. And Buster, why do you whimper? Why do you whimper so much? Why do you whimper? Huh? I love you, but you have no need to whimper. You were out like an hour ago. You already gone pee-pee and everything. I love you. Anyways, those were some excellent games from Niccolaccio and Roman. And you can see in that army value here, like, yes, he might have had the turrets, but Roman just kept on being able to multiply his army. And you can see even here in the income graph, just the amount of damage that he was able to do. That is it for those two. That's good. Great games. Wonderful. And take that hiding for a moment as we prepare for Enamel. Enamel's the defender, right? Or is he the attacker? I think he was the attacker. Let me double check. Enamel's the attacker. Sir Isaac is the defender. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do, as I press all of the wrong buttons at the same time. So, that's weird. Where is Isaac? Oh, hell. I'll try. Ah, that's why. Because Having long names. It's always fun for everyone. Just see here. Guess that one. I guess that. And I forgot that it is Dr. Professor Sir Isaac. I'm gonna try and move these games along as quick as I can. What we got here? Alright. Sorry about that. Just had to do a quick thing a bit with the scoreboard. Actually, there's still one more thing with the scoreboard. There we go. And there. Anyways, up in the top, we have Enamel. Here in the bottom, we have Dr. Professor Sir Isaac. See here, map-wise. See here, Dr. Isaac here has this very safe expansion that his opponent really cannot contest unless he takes this massive, long way around. And I mean long way around. Whereas Enamel kind of has these couple of mills here. He could try to contest this one, which would help in contesting the main base. Isaac kind of storing a lot of food at the moment. There he goes. We have a couple of barbed wire and a turret. Deck-wise, we have Enamel with the squirrel, lizard, falcon, cam, boar, and balloon. And then Isaac with squirrel, falcon, owl, wire, machine gun, and balloon. It looks like Enamel building up a bunch of lizards here at the moment as his opponent defends. I personally like to see him expand over to this way, maybe. Especially, I think once he sees these turrets, he might think about expanding. Going, trying to get in a deep scout. See that his opponent really doesn't have much for him offensively. See what he goes for now. Looks like he wanted to try something sneaky over there. Okay, now he sees his opponent's finally building warns, so now he's a little bit more justified in building up the lizards. And this barbed wire just very, very interesting to say the least. Trying to just cover his opponent away from his units. Let's see how Enamel decides to respond. He's gonna build up a boar. He is. Beautiful. Beautiful boar. A cute approach. Gonna start moving his army up. Isaac here, he's gonna go in for the scout. He's going to see that this boar is on its way already. Yep. Wonder how Isaac decides to respond to that. I'm assuming he's going to start building up falcons. At least I would hope so. No, he's going to go for the expansion, try and see if he can out-eco before. Oh, he's going to go for the expansion and the owl. Last I checked, boar to a half-decent degree indirectly counters owl, just simply because boar has, you know, the flamethrower that just destroys anything that isn't tier 2 or 3. He is very much dead. The boar is definitely going to steamroll his way through all of these turrets. I can't remember, does the boar and the turrets have the same range as each other? I like to think that boar actually has a slightly longer range. Enamel over here, building up the sneaky base to further his economy along, while his opponent continues building up with this one. Owl's gonna start coming out, but it's just gonna be too late. This boar's gonna come out. It's just out right now. And if Enamel decides to make a push, that'll be big GG's right there. The only thing that's really stopping him is just the excessive amount of wire that's in his way. And even then, you have an army of squirrels and a boar, and your opponent has a bunch of tier 1 and turrets. It's not going to matter. You're gonna go ahead and build that expansion, That's gonna just eat away through the barbed wire. And then the boar, as expected, starts wrecking through everything. I'm gonna try to build the sniper turret, but it's gonna be way too late. Owl comes out. Once again, too little, too late. So it looks like the boar's going to die. And this explosion is gonna take out that mill and everything nearby. Wow. This is actually somewhere coming in as a comeback. Niccolaccio, or Enamel, forced to retreat, not Niccolaccio. I say Niccolaccio. And it looks like the barbed wire and the turrets might have actually helped a little bit. As Mice going to rush into his opponent, going to keep on flying his owl back, using actually his entire army pack. Now he's going to start attacking Enamel's farms and foods. This board, I don't think, is going to come up in time to really stop this push. Because Owl's just being held back. This mill is going to go down. Luckily, it was the starting mill, so it wasn't like too heavy losses. Enamel trying to protect his last of his army and units as preciously as possible. As his opponent goes in for another rush, he's going to try and build up that mill again. It's going to go away though. Block the Butters is back up though. And this boar giving another opportunity here. This one might be crushing. At 94 health. And his opponent's just going to start moving in. May not be able to kill the owl directly, but with the fact that boar can just shove his way into everything. Ooh, owl at 6 HP, 2 HP, 1 more skull shot, does the trick. And now, boar can just freely rampage to the last of this tier 1, destroy the tier 3, and that is going to be GG's for Isaac. As this boar just starts tearing through it, cooking away at the mill. And there it goes. Wow. That was an interesting back and forth between the two. And that is a win for Enamel. Very good game. To-doot. I said to-doot. More replays. With Enamel versus Sir Isaac, round 2. Keep on switching over to Discord to see if there's anything there. Here we have, in the right, you have Enamel, bottom right, and then very top, Dr. Professor Sir Isaac. See here, map-wise and unit-wise. Actually, unit-wise, let's go ahead and start with that. Looks like Isaac has stuck with mostly the same deck, if I'm thinking correctly. Enamel opting for a little bit more of an aggressive option here with the camps now, rather than whatever was previously in that slot. And Isaac throwing away the MGs actually for the ferret. Let's see here. I'm checking through the comments there. This little back section here, most of this map actually fairly useless. It's just this top section in the middle of the water here. And we got a nice slow game going, both players going to 8 farms. Holding on to a bit of food there briefly. Looks like Enamel is about a second behind in terms of food. Not that it matters now. See here, Enamel going in for a scout. And build up a couple more lizards, I presume. Yeah. I'm only going lizard heavy with this comp, which does beat squirrel heavy comps, so I will say that much. My opponent's kind of scouting out there to see what they've got going on, and while noticing that his opponent has squirrels, I think he's going to look for a fight in this open ground here. And then the rest of the armies start coming in. And I think the lizards lose here because of numbers. They lost. That is big advantage there for Dr. Professor Sir Isaac. Enamel forced to retreat. He definitely needs to put those squirrels in water though. Ooh, trying to go for that mill. Definitely loses some food with that one. And this is going to be an optimal counterattack, optimal punish for Enamel. But these units keep on storming through. Isaac going to punch away again, this time using the water to heal his units. And keep a little bit of that water between him and his opponent, forcefully slowing down the lizards. And these squirrels, just having ever so slightly larger numbers, managed to defeat the lizards. Isaac rounding up his units once more, trying to just keep his opponent at bay. And those lizards rushing again, and these squirrels all going to die as Isaac pulls his army back. That is massive losses. And they just keep on stockpiling. His opponent now forced to respect the pigs in the mill and the high ground all at the same time. And his opponent flying back in. Ooh, that's not optimal. Definitely gonna take out a couple pigs here. Isaac hoarding a bit of food. And almost gets that last one. Isaac going to try again for the counterattack. And actually ends up deciding to just, you know what, I'm gonna grab this mill. Ray going, why is he retreating against lizards? I mean, both players are fairly new here. I have not seen an Enamel at all. I know that Dr. Professor Sir Isaac participated in 20.2, not even using the warrants here to tank, and that is massive food loss there. 180 food completely wiped away in an instant, putting Isaac there at a much greater disadvantage than he needed to be. Still trying with these foodstuffs though, the pigs. Yeah, Enamel starting to mess up lizards once again. Trying to make sure that he can outbuild his opponent. Farms are about to start going fallow though. And here in just a second, there they go. Enamel here though, going for a very sneaky push. Opponent has no idea what's going on. These warrens are all going to get destroyed. Isaac's army now very much a much more costly resource to lose, as all of his lizards just shred through this last mill, not even bothering to get the Ooh, is this gonna be GG's right here? It is. Another loss. Okay, I think so. As another win for Enamel. And I did it again. Really need to stop doing that. Now I should have Enamel at 2-0 against Dr. Professor Sir Isaac. He loses again, that will be half of his weight gone, and some exhaustion added in. Now let us move on to Game 3 of Enamel versus Sir Isaac. We have on the top Enamel, and center right is Dr. Professor Sir Isaac. As you hear, unit comps, Isaac throwing away the wire this time to switch back to the MG. And Enamel believes sticking with the same comp that he just had. And he's gonna look around back here, see if there's anything hidden in corners. A build up his farms. He's just lagging a little bit behind Sir Isaac. The army's just kind of scouting around. Map-wise, definitely a bit more, at least in favor of Enamel, simply due to having closer expansions that he can opt for. That being said, Isaac does have the high ground expansions that he can utilize to his advantage. And with the sniper balloon, he could, at least to some degree, gain visibility. If he takes this mill and builds a sniper balloon by it, gain visibility of, at the very least, this mill. I don't know about anything over on this high ground here. Yeah, both armies starting to build up, slowly but surely. Looks like Enamel getting a little bit of a head start in terms of, what's it called? Army value. That's the word I'm looking for. And we're going for Deep Scout and Commander Death in the process. This is normal. I do like this large open terrain here, though. I am a fan of that. I dig it. Looks like Enamel can also have the option for some water healing in the future. Should he opt for it anyways. And that's also assuming that his opponent doesn't aggressively push over to this mill. And it looks like Isaac here is going to go for this one here, setting up a turret on a little bit of a low ground. Right next, could have set it on this double high ground here. Definitely would have been a bit better. Would have been hard to contest. And he is going to opt for a couple of cams, and his opponent opts for falcons. Yeah, very nice build here. His opponent, though, actually switches out the falcons in favor of a number of squirrels and a boar, which I do not believe has been scouted. Now, that is still a tier 1 to Isaac's eyes. He does not know that a boar is coming in. That being said, I think Enamel does know about the cams, or not necessarily cams, but he does know that there is a tier 2 en route. Going over this expansion here, having farmed it up a little bit, and Enamel going for this one back here, and Isaac almost gets the scout in, but doesn't quite reach into the squirrels. I believe his opponent, I think he knows that his opponent is up to something, but he can't quite figure out what. Setting up a turret on the low ground here, and then finally on the high ground. Third time's charm. Sorry, Isaac. I could just massively farm up though, rather than build that 4th chameleon. And meantime, though, boar is on the way. It's got about 20 seconds before it comes out. Enamel having overall larger army, cams will not survive against the boar and squirrel composition that Enamel has going for him. I'm going to just farm up. Isaac here having fully expanded, very greedily, mind you. He has no idea that the boar is now out. As my mom repeatedly texts me, probably about something halfway important. Either that or it's memes. I'll find out soon enough. Meantime, Isaac now sees the boar. His opponent is going to start rushing in. And, ooh, sniper balloon though. That is a little bit of a counter to the boar. He's going to try to build these falcons, but it's just going to be way too late. Going to attack, come in for the attack here. Cam start whacking away. Ooh, boar going down to a fairly low HP. 11, 10. He just gets a little bit closer to that tower. I do not think that sniper tower. Oh, 5 HP left on the boar. Sniper tower is noticed though. Sniper tower going uncontested though. Oh, boar finally goes down. It's already at such a massive loss for Isaac that it does not matter. Leaving a 3-0 victory for Enamel. Some very impressive gameplay there. At least interesting, to say the least. Anyways, PocketBot should be starting 5 minutes ago. So I do apologize for anyone that was partaking in that. That is very much on me. In the meantime, though, I am going to put this up again because I like to do it. We have, once again, the results screen, because I like having a results screen. Niccolaccio v Roman. It is ending up as a score that I need to change because I am a fool. And I miscalculated one of the games. Nailed it. PPC was cancelled? That's probably on me. Anyways, Niccolaccio versus Roman went 2-3 in Roman's favor, keeping his food. And Enamel versus Sir Isaac went 3-0 in favor of Enamel, putting Isaac down to 128 for weight. Let's see here. Yes, that was a fun set of games. Very nice. Keep playing, everyone. I enjoy streaming these. That being said, since PocketBot was cancelled there, it's gonna be the plan for the Niccolaccio stream. That is something that I would like to know. And North American PocketBot Cup cancelled. Let's see if Niccolaccio can go ahead and run the stream. I don't have replays yet. Okay. I do have these on Swanky's scoreboard ready to go. Awesome. Yeah, it's a very nice scoreboard. Thank you again, Dizon, for it, because it is amazing. Here they are. Give me a second. Okay, cool. If that is the case, I am going to figure out how to raid. That's going to be a lot of fun. Because I think what I'll do is I'll just raid your stream, send the viewers over there, and then you can carry it from that point. I'm live, but it'll take me a second to get the replays up. Alright. Let's I guess just let me know whenever you are ready. Alright. What do you mean no results found? Oh, that's why. No? Hmm. Why is it saying that you do not exist? You should exist. I do not know why it says that you don't exist. It even says that you're alive. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous, I say. There we go. Alright. Now it's finally picking up that you're there, and you exist. At least it should be. Either way, I will see all of you guys there.